in relation to the subject. All images are photographed against a white vinyl background. An ordinary camera flash has a very small light surface in relation to an Elinchrom Studio Flash. This gives a hard light with sharp shadows compared to the light from the Studio Flash. The difference in size is even more striking when you assemble a softbox onto the Studio Flash. The softbox is often included when you buy an Elinchrom Studio Flash package. The most common position of a camera flash is that it's mounted on the camera. It produces a hard, flat and rather dull light. In order to change the character of the light, you can move the flash from the camera and place it next to the subject. Immediately, the picture changes character and shape. Still, the light is pretty hard and with high contrasts due to the small size of the camera flash. Also note how the white background becomes dark since it isn't hit by the light. If we instead place an Elinchrom Studio Flash with softbox in the same spot, the beam pattern becomes different. The subject gets a nice shape and the transition between light and shadow is considerably softer compared to the camera flash. Thanks to the modeling light of the Studio Flash, you can easily experiment with different light positions and immediately see what happens to the subject. One can quickly see what works best for each subject. If the flash is placed low in relation to the subject, the hair is put in shadow and becomes dark. Raising the flash distributes the light more evenly. Moving the flash even higher, more light hits the hair, making it even lighter. A white background is not white until the light hits it. If you tilt the flash away from the background, the white background will look almost black. If the softbox is pointed in an angle towards the background, more light hits it and it becomes gray. Note that the light that hits the subject almost doesn't change. Tilting the flash backwards even more makes the background look even lighter. To reduce the contrast between highlight and shadow, you can add an additional light source. A reflector panel works just fine. Note the difference on the shadow side of the subject. Still, the main light gives character to the subject, and the shadow side is balanced with the help of a reflector panel. In order to give the background its proper color, it must be highlighted. With an Elinchrom 16 cm reflector mounted on an extra flash, you get a broad and even light. Extra flash, the white background now becomes all white. In order to create drama in the picture, you can use an extra flash with snoot or grid and add a light effect to the background, which makes the picture more interesting and uncovers the subject from the background. The snoot in this case gives a light trim with quick transition to the shadow. Another way to use the snoot is to place it high behind the subject and aim it at the top of the head. It gives a neat picture, and the hair light gives the picture an extraordinary character.